What's going on YouTube? Got a brand new video here for you today. We are talking about the top 5 best brawlers for the new game mode, Hold the Trophy. I've had a ton of fun playing this game mode and it has been a great follow-up to Basket Brawl. This was also in the anniversary challenge a few weeks ago, so a lot of you probably had a chance to try it, but now it is a permanent game mode for the foreseeable future. Be sure to watch the whole video so you can get as many wins as possible in this game mode while it lasts. Feel free to drop below in the comments section what you think about my takes, if you think my top 5 brawlers are good or bad, whatever it may be. I'd also appreciate a like and subscribe if you could do it. It would really go a long way and help support me. And with that being said, let's go ahead and hop in the video. Alright, coming in at number 5, we have Nita. Now, Nita is super helpful on defense. Using her super as an additional bear and defender is so nice. So, for example, this Primo is going to run all the way to the back of our spawn if he's smart, because we want to keep it as far away from the enemy as possible. So the further they have to run, the better for us. And additionally, with Nita, I can use my super to add an additional bodyguard or defender, which is super nice. So we can essentially just take turns, and I can cycle my bear as another player who can help us stay in our spawn right here. It's just really nice on defense to have Nita and in the bear. It's just an extra person for somebody like Shelly to focus or Primo to focus. Brawlers who can't really focus on more than one person at a time. So the more people you can have on the field, the better your chances are. And the enemy Primo's kind of doing a good job here. I'm going to make sure we get that kill, though. Our buddy's going to spin. We are at 59-0, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I really like Nita for this spot. Having an extra defender is just so useful. I could totally see a lot of other brawlers being in the argument for this top 5 spot, and maybe people that I didn't put in my top 5. But I totally wouldn't think anybody was crazy for. I think somebody like Frank, for example, who's really tanky, super useful on this map as well. I totally understand that. If people want more health and things like that, there's certainly an argument for that. But I personally went with Nita for being a defender, and as you see there, it kind of does really well in the back of the spawn. And with that being said, let's move on to the next one. Alright, coming in at number 4, we have my man Gale. So Gale is a great defender on this map, especially if you can grab the trophy off the rip like our Jackie has here. Now essentially I can use my shots to slow down this Lou or Tara and really play some good defense. So if the Jackie can just stay in the back of our spawn and leave it to me and Primo to play defense, this is a really helpful strategy. So I can continue to push back, slow down the enemy, and make it really difficult for them to get even close. They really haven't come too close to our Jackie at all. Other than that super from the Tara, I don't know why my super didn't go off, and I really don't know why the Jackie let go of that trophy. That was kind of a goofy move. But yeah, other than that, you can really just kind of put yourself in a little back of your spawn and just really defend well as Gale. Even on offense, I'm going to be able to hang in there here. We're going to go and take this corner to try and mess with this Primo a little bit. Miss super from the Tara. We are able to hold on to that wall. And we should reclaim this trophy. All is good. The only really big issue that I see with Gale, the only one I could argue for why he wouldn't maybe be as strong as some other brawlers, is off the bat when you're trying to take the trophy. He doesn't really DPS enough. He can slow down the enemies a little bit, but other than that, he's not necessarily going to take them out quickly. In that opening moments of the game in this middle lane, you're really going to want to try and win that lane instantly, just so you can grab trophy, throw it back to your teammates, and run away. But I can totally see him being paired with other brawlers, maybe like Primo or others who are tankier, a little healthier. And I think that's the ideal combo for Gale. Using him as your primary defender and just having him at all times there to just defend is super helpful. At the beginning of the game, outside of our Jackie kind of fumbling a little bit and letting go of the trophy, we absolutely had that game kind of on wraps. I'm not really sure what went down there. Maybe it's Tara super or something weird. But if you can just pin up in the back of your spawn, you're really gonna win. It's really nice for Gale, just to use him as a defender. He's got an overall really good kit. You've also got the launch pads if you need him to get across the map. Just keep people away. Some people will use him as like a really cheeky strategy on this map, is to just like go into these back corners. They'll break the walls with like a Primo super or a Dynamite super or whatever it is. They'll jump back there and just kind of hold the trophy in that little corner is another strategy that people use that's cheeky. So if you want a little tip and trick, there you go. But we don't take that W. I still feel like Gale's a really strong brawler, though. I think on defense we can absolutely he can absolutely chew. So with that being said, though, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, coming in at number 3, we have Ems. Ems is a wonderful brawler on this map to play into tanks. Primo, Frank, things like that are going to struggle against Ems. And in addition, having a super as well is going to be super nice to keep people away. Keeping that distance is a super, super nice thing. I'm trying to dump this trophy. I'm unfortunately out of shots. I'm hoping my boy can pick up this trophy. Unfortunately not, but we get a very good spawn here. I'm going to come around this way. We should be able to pinch this and once again hold our positioning. But Ems does really, really, really well on defense and offense. A very versatile option for sure. I'm going to be able to pop super to keep people away. And I'm going to be able to cycle it super quickly if there are tanks that we're playing against like this Primo. Just a very, very helpful brawler in general. I'm going to take my turn holding this for a moment. Let my teammates do that since I'm a little weak. And we're gonna unfortunately get the trophy taken away. But Ems in general is a super helpful brawler on this map, especially down that middle lane or really anything. If you're holding back, you can cycle your super and just kind of keep people away. Ooh, that's gonna hit us. I think our boy's gonna be able to grab this though. I'm gonna keep my distance and just hold this Primo with my super. Keeping the distance and also having the ability to hit him from max range is super, super nice. I'm gonna try and keep him back still. That was really smart on his part to like bait the super. That was well played. We unfortunately get stunned too, but I think our boy is gonna be able to hold this. We have a pretty strong lead and I'm feeling confident. But yeah, essentially with Ems, you're going to want to be able to just cycle supers and be able to help your teammates out by keeping the opponents at max range. The more tanks you're playing too, the better. If you see a Frank or a Primo, you should not be too disappointed considering that you can hold. And with that said, it looks like we're about to take a W here. On to the next one. All right, hopping into our number 2 brawler choice, we have Colette. Now, Colette plays very, very well into this meta, but even as a standalone brawler for this mode can be super helpful. I think the best way to use Colette is to use the pushback star power. So if you can grab trophy, which has taken us a second to do, but I think we're going to be able to do it. Being able to stand in the middle of your spawn area and just shooting at the other team, two-shotting brawlers and then pushing them back is going to be a super useful asset for your team. Just being able to hold that middle and push people back, especially in the tanks, it absolutely chews. Very, very helpful. I'm going to let this Edgar go grab that so I can hopefully play a little defense here. We're going to put that all the way in the back of our spawn, hoping that we can hold on to it for dear life. This other team playing a very good match as well. But with Colette, we're going to be able to hold this little middle ground right here and just kind of push back wherever we can. I'm going to let our teammate do this so we can hopefully demonstrate this. But even just being able to push brawlers back like that, somebody like Tick, who you're never going to see in this game mode, but really anybody, especially if it's a tank, you're going to be able to do so much. You can also hit multiple brawlers at once. And it looks like our trophy is going to be back there. Not ideal. We're not going to be able to grab that, but that's all right. We are able to kill Tick, hopefully do some damage to where Edgar can get these kills. And he gets the kill on 8-Bit and the kill on Gene. So I'm going to be able to hold this middle area and just go for these pushback plays. We should have this pretty much on lock, to be honest with you. But ideally, you're going to want to take this middle and just kind of play defense. Push back when you can. Keep them as far away as possible. Especially brawlers that are tankier like Primos are not going to be able to do anything if you can just keep them away. Our teammate Dinah is going to do the cheeky little strat. I don't think they even have a wall break, so I don't really see how they're going to get out of this. But another win for us. That is why Colette is your number 2 brawler. All right, hopping into our number 1 brawler choice, it is El Primo. And it should come as no surprise to anybody. He really is the best brawler for this mode and pretty much in the game right now too. He causes so many problems on offense, on defense. There's really nothing the man can't do. I'm going to go ahead and pass this ball to our teammates. Hopefully they can hold a little bit here. Get that kill, yes sir, Gale. Tara gonna do the same, hopefully. And unfortunately not. I'm gonna have to go on offense because our teammates would not hold. I don't know what happened. I really thought they had that, but hey, we'll get it back here. But Primo can play offense, can play defense. He's tanky enough to hold the trophy for a long period of time and wins just about every 1v1 matchup outside of Colette. There's really so many good uses for him. I'm going to be able to do extra damage with the El Fuego star power. Just so many uses for him. I'm so tanky to the point where I can hold for a second here and just kind of run around. Drop trophy for a sec and get the punches in when I need to. Hopefully our Tara can get the super. Good super. Unfortunately, the Stew's going to be able to take off to the right with it. But I'm going to come back here and go right. But yeah, just so many good uses for Primo. Just the best brawler in the game. I'm going to be able to cycle super and basically 3v1 there, which was kind of crazy. But it is El Primo. It should come as no surprise to anybody. He's just super useful in this game mode overall. It's a shame my hard work of the triple killing is like this. Hopefully we can get this trophy back. Run this down our sideline as far as we can. Gale should be able to get this kill alongside with Tara. Good stuff. I'm going to help our team play some defense here. Very tragic. I'm going to make sure that this Barley does not win that, though. And now we take off. I'm going to hope our boys can play some good defense. We're going to have to use our tankiness with El Primo to get this one done for sure. We do take a lead. But yeah, El Primo is so tanky to the point where I can kind of just sit here. As long as my teammates play a half-decent defense, I can just kind of hold on to this trophy forever. Gale's showing off why he's a great defensive brawler, and Tara definitely a viable option, probably close to that top 5, but for me personally, not quite there. The slow reload speed is definitely a big factor in that, and I think in other modes like basketball or volleyball, Tara will probably be a little bit better. But we kind of just hold it here. We're going to take this W and show why Primo is the #1 option. All right, crew, that about wraps it up for this video. I appreciate you all making it this far and watching, and please let me know down below what you all think of my top 5 brawlers. If you agree, if you disagree, I'd love to hear your all's thoughts and opinions on it. And with that said, we'll see you all in the next video.